Want to hear some weird and bizarre trivia? I've never done a knife review on this knife here. Let's get into this.
Please hold, please hold, please hold, please hold, please hold.
It's my pleasure to present Jimislash.
Alright, so this is the Cold Steel Espada Extra Large. Obviously, check that out. Well, it's obvious because it's written. Wait till you see this thing pulled out. And this is the shiny version of the extra large Espada. Doesn't have the G10 thing down there, so that's how you know. Alright, let's look at this. Oh, you guys. How did I not ever do a review on this? Check that out. Oh, I got to get the smudgies off of here so I can have an excellent cover shot. Alright, that looks like a thumbnail right there. Check that out. Right there. Alright, so what you have here is, oh man, just the beastliest knife that you're ever going to open. Now, there's fixed blades, obviously, that give you that same feeling. Oh, this knife is something else. So you got 7.5 inches of S35 VN steel. And an awesome clip point blade. Check this out. Man, this, oh, it's filling up the whole screen there. Oh, yeah. You got the Andrew Demko thumb plate there. Oh, man. Which works really well for this beast. Oh, and of course you can yank it out of your pocket and that thing will just be in pirate mode. You're instantly in pirate mode when you take this thing out of your pocket and mean to snag it there. Just oh man. One of the most impressive things I ever saw was some dude yanking this thing out of his pocket at full speed. Just like ready for battle. Now this thing does pick up fingerprints like nobody's business, but it's worth it. This thing is awesome. This is what Lynn Thompson carries around. Of course, his is all decorated and engraved, and it's just a beautiful knife. But this is right there in his pocket at all times. All right, so you got the polished aluminum bolsters, which just make this thing. This is a must-have for a Raiders fan. If you're a Las Vegas, Oakland Raider fan, you have to have this knife. Polished G10, just looks like just beautiful textured wood or micarta or something, but that's G10 polished. Oh my gosh, this thing in the hand is just something else. Just look at this thing. I cannot believe I've never reviewed this thing with you guys. So here you got a grip. Here you got a grip. You can grip it here for some just. If you gotta do your feather sticking with this thing, you can get it here. You know, if you just got some close counters, super kung fu moves you gotta do, or whatever you can do from here. This is probably the normal grip right here. So if you're slicing things or whatever, you're not gonna do any normal slicing with this thing. If you're out in the woods with this thing, you've got some intentions of chopping things or stabbing things or fighting off hordes of orcs and hobos. This thing is just right here, perfect for chopping. Seriously, if you had something to chop right here, you could chop all day from this position. It's so well balanced right there, and that triad lock never ever going to fail you. And then back here, this is just last resort pistol grip, super sword fighting, and then of course the double-handed meat cleaver, last swing at a zombie kind of thing. Just amazing knife. This knife is just insane. Now let's find out how much. Now I'm don't want to start with the negative, so I'm not going to test the pocket clip. We know the Cold Steel pocket clips will leave you upset, but let's check out the weight on this thing. All right, so we're going to start in Europe here. 460 grams, which equals 16.23 ounces. The thing is a monster. This thing, you got to have some strong pants, some excellent thigh muscles or suspenders or an extra awesome belt. But man, this thing is just amazing. You can pull this thing out and it's just a freak of a knife. You want to check out? All right, we'll check out the pocket clip. I don't think you're gonna put this on your pocket clip. I don't know if you are, but I wouldn't. Hey, look at that. The pocket clip is amazing. The pocket clip on this thing is amazing. So it goes in good. You do have right only tip up, but that's not going to be a problem, right? If you're carrying this thing, you're not really worried about where it is in your pocket. Now, let me show you the immensity of this thing. This is like too big to be a space station kind of thing. All right, let's check out my favorite holder of all time, the 4Max. Now look at that. Oh, this looks like a spaceship that was launched from this spaceship. This thing's a great knife. The 4Max is awesome. But holy heck, look at the enormitude. I mean, this thing barely gets past the handle on this, and then you're starting where the danger end is. Oh my gosh. The Espada XL is just one of those knives. Until you have it in hand, and once you get it in hand, you're just either like super excited about it, or you just, the immensity of the situation is too much, and you're just like, oh, that's too much knife. It's like shooting a 50 caliber machine gun. You're either way into it, or you're just not into it. This thing is a beast. And the G10 one is not as like beastly as far as the girth and just the of it, but it's still, you pull that thing out and it's the same length, it's thinner, it's lighter, and you still get that same, just what in the world am I doing with a knife this size kind of feeling. Just a huge monster knife, and an amazing experience, knife experience. Even if you don't have one, if you don't buy one, if you get a chance, check one out. If you're at a blade show, come by the Cold Steel booth and just check one out there. And also come by, because hopefully I'll be there. That'll be awesome. But so there you go. I just want to do a quick review. I can't believe I've never done this. The triad lock is amazing, folks. If you've never tried to beat up a triad lock, you don't understand. Watching it done is awesome. Watching them hang weights is awesome. When you get out there and you hammer the mess out of this thing, when you're hammering this, I forget how much weight this thing held. Was it 850 pounds? They hung off this thing. This thing is just a genius lock. All right, one last look at that thing. Very super awesome, amazing knife by amazing genius Andrew Demko, and of course Lynn Thompson. I think that's it. Let me know what you think down there. Is this something that you would be interested in? I'm not talking about price. I know it's expensive. You can find decent deals on this thing, but it's never going to be one of those knives where it's like, oh, I found this for $100. But is this something that interests you? I know a lot of people don't like, this is just too much knife, too huge. Let me know down in the comments. Is this just way out there? Is this like driving a 6-wheeled Humvee, across smaller cars in the grocery parking lot? Or is this just right up your alley? This is right up my alley. I love it, and I'd like to have one for my truck, just like a big monster truck knife. Just a really cool. I have carried this. I stabbed a pumpkin in Walmart with one once. That's a different video, different time. It was a more simpler time. All right, I think that's it. I'll talk to y'all later.